Hey, what is going on guys? Welcome everyone back to another Black Ops 4 video. Hopefully you are all enjoying your day. In today's video we have even more information for the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout game mode. Now yesterday, if you haven't seen already, we did get the Blackout trailer, which is playing in slow motion in the background, so you guys can take a look at the trailer if you haven't seen it already. The trailer is pretty awesome. The music that goes with it is pretty cool too. It's the music from the Deadpool movie and everything just looks pretty insane, although a lot of people are complaining about the graphics, which is kind of funny. And when seeing the pictures of the actual gameplay, it actually looked really nice, but when you look at it in game, it seems like the graphics are scaled down a bit, but overall there's a lot of detail within the map, so I suppose scaling down the graphics isn't the worst thing. But then again, we have to wait until we get the game to fully see what it looks like. So starting off, we have some news from Charlie Intel, and what they have posted on their Twitter is a few more details on Blackout. So number one, it is going to be first person only. So there's going to be no third person Blackout game modes or any way for you to go into third person, just like Fortnite and PUBG and stuff like that. Also, interestingly, it says friendly fire is enabled. So you can accidentally kill your teammates, you can ram into them, you can do all sorts of things. So I think it's going to get kind of messy with friendly fire on. Because I can see a lot of people killing each other. But if you look at games like Fortnite and PUBG and stuff like that, there's really no friendly fire at all. So putting friendly fire in Call of Duty will probably make it a different dynamic than what a lot of people think, because you're going to have to play a bit more strategically and try and not kill your teammates. So the next thing as well within the details is that fall damage is enabled, which is quite interesting. I kind of would assume that fall damage would be enabled anyway, but from some of the information that we looked at in yesterday's video, there's actually a feature for you to jump or glide if you jump from a certain height off something. For example, if you jump off a cliff and it's pretty steep, you can probably glide all the way down. It's similar to how the Battlefield 4 parachute works, where if you jump from a cliff or whatever, you can parachute down. It's going to be the same way, but instead in this game, you're going to be gliding down. So I guess that will help mitigate the fall damage a little bit. And that's kind of some of the news that Charlie Intel was talking about. If we move over to the next screenshot, is within the trailer, this is what the map raid looks like. It looks similar to the normal raid. All the buildings seem to be more or less in the same spot, except one thing that some people are annoyed about is the car in the screenshot. If you remember, back in Black Ops 2, and I found this myself throughout the trailer as well, the actual car color in Raid is not red, but it is instead yellow. So if you have a look at this screenshot over here, this is what the game looks like in Black Ops 2 and Raid. There's actually a yellow speedy car, and obviously they've replaced it with the red car for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe they're trying to update the graphics or something along those lines. But it seems to me, when comparing both pictures, the Raid in Black Ops 2 is a bit more detailed because it has a bit more trees around the place. It has a bit more rocks and stuff like that. But in the end of the day, Blackout is a huge map, so obviously they have to scale down on a lot of these things, which in my opinion does make sense. So let me know in the comment section, are you mad because the color of the car changed? Because the car's actually different. I think it's a more futuristic version, and interestingly, a lot of people don't like it. So let me know what you think. So moving over to the next bit of news, what someone also has found is possibly Villa from Black Ops 1 returning all the way to Black Ops 4 Blackout. So as you can see, this person has more or less taken a screenshot from the map Villa, and that yellow kind of jigsaw looking thing is actually the part of Villa where it was kind of that main, I don't know, like estate area, I guess you could say, where you could walk inside this like big mansion building and stuff like that. And apparently it could be across from Raid. So where it says the word estates and the circle of the orange, that's where Villa could be, and the area to the left of it could actually be Raid. So from Raid, you can more or less run all the way over to the estate in Villa, which looks absolutely insane, and it's pretty cool how they're adding in this Black Ops 1 map, because I didn't think they would do it, but more or less that's kind of a screenshot that someone took. It could be the case, but given that he more or less took a screenshot and cut it all out and pieced it together, I'd probably say this is more or less true. And obviously it's the little bit of Villa. It's only a tiny bit out of the whole map, so it's not like it's going to be ruining the flow or anything. So overall, that's a pretty cool little Easter egg he found within the map size of Blackout. So moving over to the next screenshot, someone found this cool little Easter egg within the trailer as well. As you can see, apparently this screenshot here, if you remember, Woods actually snipes down Mason from, you know, more or less the whole Call of Duty series if you've played campaign. And apparently this little Easter egg is actually referencing a Black Ops 2 mission called Come Suffer With Me, where more or less Woods was tricked into killing Mason with a sniper. And as you can see, Woods is killing Mason with a sniper in the Blackout trailer. And you can actually see the new modified car as well in Raid. It's this big red futuristic Ferrari looking vehicle, which is different to that yellow looking vehicle in Raid. So it's pretty cool how they're adding in these little Easter eggs and stuff. Let me know if you found that within the trailer and you knew about it, because I didn't even think about that Easter egg at all. And it's pretty interesting how he also thought of it as well. Now, if you also notice, this will also be applied later in the video when I talk about it, but you can see that when he killed Mason, he's actually dropping a loot box. So when you kill someone, they're going to be dropping a loot box, and within that loot box, I'm going to imagine you're going to be able to pick up their weapons and stuff like that and attachments, and more or less upgrade your weapon tiers and go on a killing spree. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how the loot boxes work. Hopefully it doesn't take a while to pick up their items and stuff like that. So heading over to the next bit we're going to be looking at in today's video, we're going to be looking at the portion of knocking people out in this game. Someone, I think on Reddit, asked another person whether or not you could knock people out in Blackout, and this screenshot here proves that you can knock people out. So maybe if you're in a squad, you can be knocked out like Fortnite. As you can see at the bottom left of this image, there's actually a guy knocked out. His hands are on the ground. He's looking at the ground, and basically he can't run around or move. He's knocked out to the ground. I'm going to assume that this is only going to apply in squads, because obviously if you play solo Blackout game mode, you can't be knocked out because there's no one there to revive you. So obviously it's only going to be applying in squads. I don't know how long you can be knocked out for and how slow you'll be and how quickly you can die if you're knocked out for too long. But we do know that you can be knocked out as well. So at least we have the chance to revive our teammates and stuff like that. So moving over to the next bit in today's video, we're going to be looking at the loot box situation once again. This is another screenshot within the trailer. So someone threw a tomahawk at someone, they died, and as you can see, a loot box has fallen underneath them as soon as they killed this person, which is further reinforcing the fact that loot boxes will be more or less appearing after you kill someone. So once again, we don't know how long it will take to actually take the items away from the loot box, or if you have to do different things, but I guess we'll find that out within the beta. So moving over to the next thing regarding news within Blackout, we're going to be looking at this hidden photo that someone took a screenshot of within the trailer. As you can see, it is actually the basketball court from Raid, I think. And basically within a leak some time ago, it said we could be playing basketball in the Blackout game mode, and it looks like we'll be able to do so if this basketball portion from Raid is still there. If you remember in Raid, there were these basketballs kind of on like a little like ledge table, like basically like a big square of cement, and you could shoot the basketballs into the hoop. And I'm going to assume it's going to be the exact same thing within this game as well. People probably end up just dropping there and just shooting basketballs in there or whatnot. But it's pretty cool how the leak from ages ago was somewhat correct, which is telling me that if we have a look at some of the past leaked information and look at the trailer and what we have now, some of the information told before within the leaks could actually be true. So the next thing we're going to be looking at in today's video is this Nuketown sign right here. So if you remember back in Black Ops 2 zombies and stuff like that, it tells you how many zombies are on the map. It tells you how many people are in the team deathmatch or whatever map in Nuketown. But in Blackout's a bit different. If someone dies, the Nuketown population timer will actually drop. So let's say 80 people spawn in the map, and let's say 10 people died in the first 10 seconds. It will then say the population will be 70. Which is pretty awesome, and it's a cool little Easter egg which has been around since like Black Ops 1 when Nuketown came out. So it's pretty cool how they're adding in back some of these cool little Easter eggs back into place, which I think is pretty insane. The last thing we're going to be talking about in today's video is also about Nuketown. Now, I don't have a screenshot or anything to show you because it was actually stated on a podcast, and apparently on Reddit, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently within this 2-hour-long podcast, I believe the Activision employees or some person from the higher up offices was talking about Blackout, and apparently the bunker in Nuketown is actually accessible. You've probably seen videos on YouTube of people clickbaiting and pretending to get into the bunker in Nuketown, and as we all know, it's more or less not possible, but it seems to me it will be possible within Blackout. There has been a lot of leaks and stuff. If you remember from the teaser Blackout trailer, it looked like someone was underground, and a lot of people were saying that was the bunker for Nuketown. And guess what? It probably is going to be the case that that little video clip was going to be the Nuketown bunker. But overall, it's pretty cool to see that returning and finally coming alive into the Blackout universe. So nonetheless, guys, hopefully you did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop it a thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments section, which color card do you prefer, the red one or the yellow one? Let me know. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you all later. Globe out.
Don't fly around my signal. Don't fly around my signal. Don't fly around my signal. I'll rearrange your dinner. Could be my house, you look like this.